Welcome to another episode of Apple Home Talk Live. How are we doing? Let's make sure my mute button is off. I think we're good to go today. How are we doing, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a good day so far. Let's see how many we got here. All right, we'll let some people roll in. All good. Thank you, Mike. What's going on, everybody? Man, it's been an exciting week. We have a lot we can talk about today. Lots of new smart home stuff to talk about, plus an Apple event. Should be fun. I will say, we got sound. That's right, Turin. What's going on, Turin? Cheddar Mac, Shempasta, Frank. What's up, everybody? So, if this is your first time tuning in live, welcome, and welcome back, everybody who's been before. We're going to hang out, just talk about our smart homes and smart home news, all things smart home, a little bit of Apple stuff as well. Like I said, quite a bit to talk about today. We're going to do a giveaway today as well, so stick around. We'll do that before the end of the stream. I will say, bear with me today if I don't sound as perky, maybe as I normally do. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. I think it's maybe the weather change or something going on. Usually this time of year, I kind of get hit with some sinus issues or whatever. So I think that's probably what's going on. So just bear with me. My voice and all that stuff may sound a little bit off today, but let's say hi to some folks and then we'll kind of get rolling. Let's see. Lone Star Trent is in the house. Trent and Frederick, what's going on, guys? Thank you for being here and helping out today. Frank, Jeff from Michigan, what's going on? Jeff, how you doing today? Juan is in the house. What's up, Juan? Says, can't wait for the outdoor camera. I did see right before we started, Al joined as a new member, Al Silva. Thank you so much for joining and becoming a channel member. Much appreciated. I see we have a lot of other channel members here in the chat today, so welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much as always for the continued support. I really do appreciate that. And if you are a channel member and haven't joined the Discord server, definitely check out that Discord server. All you have to do is link your YouTube account in your Discord user settings, and you'll get access to our member Discord server. We had a little Apple event watch party there during the Apple event earlier this week, and we do a monthly member video chat there on the first Wednesday of every month, and I'm in there every day kind of chatting with everybody as much as I can, and a lot of really smart people in there, so some great advice also for smart home stuff. All right, let's see who else we got in the chat. John Wolf, Eric 13, what's going on, Eric? Cheers, cleaning the pool as I listen today. Excited to hear more about the new Apple products. Ready for my new phone. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Eric. Hope you're getting that pool clean. Got to get you one of those pool cleaning robots so then you can just kind of kick back and, YouTube while your pool cleans itself. Played with one of those for the first time this summer, and they're pretty awesome, I gotta say. I don't have a pool myself, but, maybe one day. They're a lot of work, they seem like. But, we got robots to help out now, I guess. Mill, what's up, Mill? Robert, awesome. Downtown Columbia in the house. What's going on? Right down the road. Nice to have you, Robert. Fellow South Carolinian here. Palma Kit is here from France. Paul, what's up, Paul? Yep, fall allergies. They hit me. Am I not the only one? Man, seems like every time the weather changes in the fall, it hits me pretty bad. So I guess that's what's going on. But also, kids are back in school and they just seem to always stay sick. So who knows? All right. What's up? Toronto, Canada in the house. John. Oh, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. Glad you could hang out live today. We got California, Jesse. We got people from all over. South Texas, first time catching a live episode. Awesome. Welcome, Jesse. Thank you for making it. Glad you could be here. All right, so today, like I said, we are going to do a giveaway. So we'll get to that I'll do that before the end of the stream, but just to let you guys know, it is in the video title. Let me see. My stream deck's kind of hidden here. Today we are going to be giving away one of these at the end of the stream. So stick around. I don't know if it's a white or a black one actually. Maybe you can choose. We'll see. But shout out to Eve. Eve makes some smart home products, one of my favorite brands. They've been making HomeKit stuff forever, and now their stuff supports Matter. Most of their stuff supports Matter. Of course, the camera, HomeKit only. Matter doesn't support cameras yet, but this is a HomeKit secure video outdoor floodlight camera. I will say for one of these, this does replace an existing light fixture. So, just be aware of that. Somebody's going to get to take one of these after today's live stream. So shout out again to Eve. They are sponsoring my video I plan to do at the end of the month. That's going to be a viewer submission video. So I've had a lot of feedback. I know it's been asked from many of you guys during the streams and stuff to do another one of these. So we're going to do it. I did one or two a couple years ago where I'm taking submissions from you guys. So, hit me with your best smart home automations. Would love to see what you guys are doing, but I need submissions. So down in the description of today's live stream, there's instructions for submitting your automations, and we need to get enough to do this video. And like I said, Eve's sponsoring it. So what we're going to do is we're actually doing a giveaway every live stream this month. So we did one last week, we're doing one today, and we're going to do two more before the end of the month. So should be fun. And thanks again to Eve for doing that for us here in the streams. That's awesome. Eric, what's up, Eric from the Netherlands? Jeff says, perfect for my back deck light I need to replace. Yeah, perfect for that. That's actually where I had mine for the longest time. Excuse me. I had one on my back deck. And then if you follow the channel, you saw we renovated the back deck area, put a screened-in porch. So I did take it down when we put in the screened-in porch just because I didn't need that camera there anymore. But yeah, perfect for a back deck area. Oh, nice. Eric, you do have a robot. It's the purchase of the summer. While not part of my Apple Home, it does still consider. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I do remember you saying you got one of those. Okay, awesome. And you got the Aper S1 Scuba. Highly recommend. Awesome. I haven't tried that. Obviously, I don't have a pool, but I did try out the BeatBot. And they sponsored a video, and I've installed one and used it at a friend's house. And it was awesome too. So BeatBot's another good one. Aper, I've heard good things about also. Yeah, super cool. I'm pretty sure I'd have to get one of those if I had a pool. Let's see. Maybe future Aqara outdoor giveaway cams for future giveaways. Maybe. Who knows? Aqara is finally released an outdoor camera. Well, they haven't released it yet. They've announced it. So we're getting one, it looks like. Yes, thank you, Frederick. Looks like the giveaway is for North America and Europe viewers this week. So there's details in the description if you need to check. Eve will ship this directly for the winner of the giveaway. They'll ship it directly to anywhere that Eve ships. So that's North America and select European countries. So again, there's a link, should be a link in the description to check if you need to check to see if you're eligible. All right. Yeah, appreciate that, Frederick. Oh, that's a good one there. We won't, hopefully, Caroline. I don't need an automation like that. My wife watches these sometimes. All right, so Apple had an event this week. We'll talk about that real quick. I know this is a smart home channel, but it's an Apple smart home ecosystem that we're kind of living in. And here's just a quick rundown. Some of the things they announced: the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16, of course, Apple Intelligence being a big thing coming very soon. So excited about this. Let me know in the chat. I saw some people already said they're going to be pre-ordering and will be upgrading. Let me know if you're going to be upgrading this year to the iPhone 16 or 16 Pro. I do plan to go for the 16 Pro. I think I'm going to go Pro Max. I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to go with the big one again. The only reason I went with the Max, I kind of like the smaller phone, but I went with the Max last year, maybe last couple years, because there was a little difference in the cameras and the capabilities. But I think this year they pretty much have the same capabilities. So I don't know. But now I'm kind of used to the big screen again. So I might go with the Max again. What are you guys going with if you're upgrading at all? Also, new Apple Watch Series 10 was announced. Apple Watch Ultra 2, so no updates there except it comes in black. I got the Apple Watch Ultra last year. Unfortunately, black wasn't available then, so I would have definitely gotten that if it is. So, you know, just we got a new color there. New AirPods were announced, 2 new versions of the AirPods. We've got AirPods 4. AirPods Pro 2 coming this fall with free software updates. AirPods Max, this was, you know, their big update here was after all those years, new colors and USB-C. So I don't know. I've never tried or used the AirPods Max. I was kind of looking into this, but I kind of wish we saw something more there. I don't know. Williams going with the iPhone Max. Joe says, I think the non-Max Pro model is the perfect smartphone size. Only difference this year is the battery life. Yes, if the battery life is the same one same 1 year, that will be year I'll get the smaller one. I got you. Looking at upgrading my watch. Nice. Going with the 10. Yes, we will try to get to some questions today. Also, we usually do Q&A during these things, and we'll try to get to some questions today. Again, there is a lot to talk about, so I will say too, drop your questions. I'll try to flag the questions. Preface your comment with the word question, if you would, please, and just put in your question once, and I'll save these. We'll try to do questions towards the end of the stream, a Q&A. What I will say too, instead of going through, I was thinking about this, instead of going through every single new product release for the smart home stuff, I think maybe we'll just kind of like free flow. We'll see what you guys want to talk about, because there were so many that, because there was just that big IFA conference in Berlin, Germany, that, I mean, we could talk for probably 2 or 3 hours about the new smart home products. So I did do a whole video on all the announcements. If you haven't seen that yet, there is a link to it down in the description of this live stream. If you want to check that out, you know, after the live stream, I went through all of the, you know, all the big smart home updates and new products and stuff like that in that video that came out of IFA. Again, there was a lot, but we'll cover some of that today and kind of just, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, lots of good stuff from, let's see, there was Aqara, Govee, Nanoleaf, SwitchBot, and, you know, many others there. So some good stuff came out of that event. Kind of like CES. It's like Europe's version of CES, you know? Let's see. Actually, the year before, I upgraded last year, but I had that, before that upgrade, I went a couple years actually. But yeah, I was on the upgrade plan for a long time. And so I just kind of, you know, would upgrade every year for a while. Sometimes I would skip a year so I could just keep the phone, you know, hand it down to a kid or something like that. But Larry says, Aqara, please. Nice. Eric going with i16 Pro Max on day 1, up from 13 Pro Max. Yep, that'll be a nice little upgrade there. They didn't announce iPads. Nothing new there from the event. Maybe October. Maybe we'll see something new for iPads. But yeah, nothing new from this event for iPads. Robert, Govee Pro strip light. Can't wait. Yeah, it looks like an awesome new strip light there from Govee. One thing I wanted to share, shout out to some of the people from some channel members. There was a few in our Discord server that were talking about this and shared. So apparently Apple has been sending surveys out to HomePod users. So if you have not seen this or heard of this, I'll just share this real quick. This is just a little post on Reddit where you can kind of see these people are getting these surveys from Apple, which I find pretty interesting. So there seems to be a large focus on smart home and try not to set off your your devices there. The voice assistant from the HomePod. And I don't know, that's pretty interesting. It seems like, again, a lot of smart home questions here. Did you get this survey? And Travis said, oops, reported that as phishing. Yes, please do be careful. There is a lot of scams out there, but apparently this is a real one. But yeah, have you gotten this and did you fill it out? What are some of the things that you put in there? Curious to hear from people. It is always good to hear that Apple is, thinking about smart home stuff at least. Pretty interesting too that this came right after my video. Not that anybody from Apple ever watches or listens to anything I have to say. I highly doubt it, but coincidence, maybe. I did just release a video that said, is Apple finally listening to us? So maybe they are. As smart home enthusiasts and folks that use Apple HomeKit on the regular, it would be great. I know HomePods are a big part of our smart home, So it's nice to be able to give that feedback and hopefully they do something good with it. I don't, and most likely would have deleted it. Don't trust any survey text. Yeah, I understand that. Jeff says, love to get one of those surveys. Would like to say how HomePods always take over as the main hub and are a pain. Thankfully, iOS 18 lets you choose a hub. That is true. So very soon we'll be able to choose your primary HomeKit hub in the Apple Home app. So hopefully that issue there will be solved. And that was kind of one of the major points I was getting to in that video where I was talking about, if Apple is finally listening to us, like some of the things like that we've been asking for years as Apple HomeKit users. It seems like they're starting to give us. So it's nice to see, and hopefully that trend will continue. Mill Kinked, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name there, says, very interested in the Aqara valve controller. Of course, just bought the Equinet Bulldog. Yeah, that's a bummer if you just bought the Bulldog. The Bulldog is a lot more expensive than the Aqara one will be, I'm pretty sure. But, the Bulldog is a really good product. So if you've got that already and you have it integrated into your smart home, I wouldn't regret that purchase necessarily myself. I mean, there are maybe some benefits to using the Aqara one, like it'll integrate a little bit easier with the water sensors and stuff. But if you have that Bulldog, that Equinet Bulldog integrated into HomeKit already, somehow, whether it's through like Homebridge or Habitat or whatever you're using to do that, then I don't think you'll be sorry with that purchase. Plus, a pro for having that one is that it's constantly powered, so you have to actually plug it in. Inconvenient if you don't have an outlet nearby, but if you do and you already have that set up, I think you're good to go. Taylor, hello Taylor from Brazil. All right. I haven't really been following too closely what Samsung is doing in terms of Matter. HomeKit probably not, but Matter, I think most people are kind of getting on board with Matter. So Samsung, smart things, they're heavily invested into Matter. Jarn says, is life completed after getting the Narwhal Freo Z Ultra? Yes, it is an amazing product. I absolutely love it. The best thing is, I talked about this in the video, so I did a recent video. One of the things that came out of IFA was Narwhal's new Freo Z Ultra robot vacuum. I just published a video on it. I got an early sample, and my favorite thing about it, it's amazing in many ways, but my favorite thing is the obstacle avoidance is better than anything I've used before. Literally, I don't have to pick up, and my house is always a mess because of kids and dogs and crazy schedules and stuff. So it's so cool that I can just actually let this thing run without having to clean up before I run the vacuum. That really is a lot bigger of a deal than I would have thought, but it's awesome. Let's see. Edgar says, let me run advanced automations without needing virtual switches. Yeah. All right, I see some questions here. I'm going to try to save these. Oh, here we go. Geo, sorry, I missed this, says, did the survey. It was really focused on smart home and how HomePods help you with your smart home. Yeah, exactly. That's, like I said, encouraging to see, wonder what that means. I don't know. What do you guys think that means? But yeah, it was very smart home focused, it seemed like. Anton, what's going on from North Augusta, South Carolina? We got some South Carolina folks representing today. I love it. Awesome. We got people from all over the place, which is even cooler. Really cool to see everybody here. Jay Mayer says, I'm holding off on getting a robot vacuum until iOS 18 drops. And we know official support for HomeKit. Yes, that is coming. Do you have any ideas what might be supported? So we talked about this in that same video where I said, is Apple finally listening to us? We know obviously you'll get power on and off. You will get, I think, battery level, and I can pull it up maybe. Let me see if I can find it. It's on the iOS 18 page, on the preview page. We have to find smart home stuff, which is usually way down. Let's see. Here we go. So if you click on this, it says core functionality for the robot cleaner, such as power control, cleaning mode, vacuum mop, and charge status. So that's encouraging to me. If you may be able to change the modes in the Home app is what this sounds like, between vacuum and mop, or maybe vacuum and mop, depending on your robot's capabilities. They can also participate in automations and scenes and respond to Siri requests, so you can add them to your cleaning routines or tell who to do spot cleaning in the living room. So that makes me believe that just maybe there will actually be room control built in, but I don't know. That's just what the website here tells us, but we shall see. Yeah, that's how I'm telling you, man, if you watch that video, it actually avoided cables so well. I tested the heck out of it, especially with cables, power cords and surge protectors and USB cables. And that Narwhal Freo Z did a great job. I don't know for sure, but I've heard some things, and I think we're going to get a big update soon. But I don't think there's anything official come out from Apple yet saying, which Matter version will be supported. So we'll see. Pietro, what's going on? I'll answer that one real quick since we're on the topic of robot vacuums. I think Robot Q Revo, it depends on which one you got. I'm not really sure the last model. I think anything that's come out in the past year or so will probably get an update to Matter, but their older ones probably won't. So I'm not really sure on the specific models, but it probably depends on when it came out. I know when I talked to somebody from Roborock at CES, that's kind of what they were saying. Basically, like their newer models, like anything that came out this year, 2024, I believe will support Matter. That's what they told me, but who knows? We haven't seen that Matter support yet from those. So which is kind of surprising. I thought we would see it by now from Roborock, but so far we haven't. Frank says, really hope Roborock will support older models for Matter. Still rocking an old S5 Max. Nice. So a lot of Roborock users here. Some other stuff to get into real quick. I know some people here use IKEA a lot. I personally don't. I have not used this product. I've used a few of their products, but this was on HomeKit News. And the IKEA Dirigera, am I saying that right? I have no idea, but that's my closest take on it. It's officially supports Matter now. So this just came, I guess as of today, announced official support. So it was in beta, I guess, for a while, but now it officially supports Matter. So this is their new hub. Anybody who is in that ecosystem, that may be good news for you. Maybe AI is coming to the HomePod next year. Wouldn't that be great? Oh man, I sure hope so. Maybe they'll up the processing and all that good stuff needed. Maybe there'll be a new HomePod. Seems like things are moving so fast in the smart home market. So many changes. Hard to know which brand to stay loyal to. Govee, Nanoleaf, LifeX, etc. Yeah, that's a good comment. Excuse me. Again, appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I'm probably sounding all nasally and stuff. Allergies got the best of me right now, but we're getting through it. Yeah, so, you know, I know a lot of people like to stay with the same brand, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you find a brand that makes good products, by all means, you know, totally makes sense. But as somebody who has been a HomeKit user pretty much from day one when I first started building my smart home, that was really the beauty of HomeKit, was being able to get these products from different brands and make them all work together for me in my smart home in the same app. They can automate them together. It really didn't matter, you know, if I was using Govee or Nanoleaf or, you know, whatever different products. And as time goes on, of course, now with Matter support, that's even more so the case, I think. If you get products that support Matter, you can obviously add that to Apple Home or Google Home, any ecosystem. You can add it to multiple ecosystems. So everything, that whole interoperability thing that they kept talking about, it really is coming to fruition. I know Matter is a work in progress, but I think it's come a long way, and I think we're getting there. And, you know, when it comes to like picking the right brands, I think, you know, watch reviews, follow creators, you know, that you trust and stuff like that. And, you know, just, you know, like I use some brands, I'll put it this way, some brands are better than other brands for sure. Some products are better than other products. Just because something supports Matter or just because something supports HomeKit does not mean it's a great product. But certain brands usually are better than others. But like for me, I've got my whole room here basically is like Nanoleaf stuff. I've got Nanoleaf everywhere. I just hung some new Nanoleaf lights right behind the camera over here. I've got that floor lamp back there is a Govee floor lamp. That, which supports Matter, by the way. That light right there is a Eve light. That right there, there we go. That is by Yeelight. So I've got like all these brands in here, but they all work together just fine, you know, thanks to HomeKit and Matter. So, you know, if you find a brand that makes quality products, I think that's more important than, you know, sticking with the same ecosystem. You know, I mean, that's my 2 cents. And like outside, most of my lights outside now are Govee, whereas I have a whole lot of stuff in here that's Nanoleaf. You know, but I don't know. That's my 2 cents on that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like to stick with the same brand, or do you not care as much, kind of like me? Yeah, I will say that. I agree with that very much, Travis. If anyone else frustrated with the Nanoleaf app, for me, it's not very user-friendly. The Nanoleaf app drives me crazy. I love Nanoleaf products, and the app itself is not terrible, but it's so buggy for me. I don't know why, but it all, like literally when I was adding my new Nanoleaf lights, which are awesome, it took all of my Nanoleaf products and shuffled them into the default room for some reason. So I had to go in and re-add all of my Nanoleaf stuff to the right room again. That happened like yesterday. No idea why. You know, it is what it is. But I really only use the Nanoleaf app when I'm setting up new devices for the most part. You know, I use HomeKit to kind of control everything. But yeah, you're not alone there. Love the products. The app, not so much. But Nanoleaf has some cool stuff out there. Yeah, other people feel the same way, I think. It looks like, yeah, so maybe they need to work on that app a little bit. Oh, it looks like I'm not alone with the default room bug. Oh, Jimmy Chu is in the house. What's up, man? Didn't mean to talk bad about you. Jimmy Chu in the house, CEO of Nanoleaf. Dude, thank you so much for joining us. So good to hear. Jimmy says we're working on it. So there you go, right from the horse's mouth. Jimmy is in the house. Thank you so much, man, for hanging out and making some really cool products. I just installed the new blocks and they are so cool. I think people are going to love those. That was one of the products that were revealed at IFA. Again, check out that video. I, for one, am very excited. I know, Jimmy, I think one of your passion projects, maybe. I don't know if I'm putting words in your mouth, but the Sense Plus, I remember talking with you about that a while back, and I am, for one, am very excited. I think you're excited about that. So if you guys haven't seen that video on the IFA announcements that I released, go check that out. There's a link down there. But Sense Plus coming this year, finally. Super excited about that. Awesome. Jimmy says you're one of the first to get it. More cool stuff to come. Awesome, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, and they did a live stream too, which is awesome. Jimmy, one of the few CEOs that gets on live streams and actually takes questions live. These live streams are hard, aren't they? I remember, I think I left that comment in your live stream. So yeah, let's see, Beatbox Pool Robot. Nice. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the one that I used this summer. That was a cool one too. Felipe, excuse me, excited about the Sense Plus. All right, so another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, I don't know if I can, let me see if I can pull up. I'm gonna have to move some windows around here. Let's see if I can make this happen. There was yeah, I think this will work. There was a podcast from the folks at Homey. So I won't go too deep into this because not everybody uses Homey, but if you do, Homey, they did a podcast the other day, and they're bringing dashboards to Homey. So the Homey Pro, this is really exciting. Here's just some screenshots that I took. Here in this screenshot, you can see how you can edit a widget. Let me see if I can scroll through some of these dashboards in kind of a column structure. Ray says, give Shane some Nanoleaf giveaways. We love your products. Yeah, there we go. We can do giveaways here for that too. I'm down, always down. Let's see, but check this out. I, for one, was super excited to see this. I don't know if anybody caught this podcast, but dashboards are coming to Homey. And I will say, that was one of the few things that was kind of lacking, I thought, with Homey. I loved everything about using Homey, pretty much for the most part. Just a really enjoyable experience using that product, the Homey Pro. And yeah, they're bringing dashboards. So I'm very excited about that. I've started using Home Assistant, trying to see if I can do most of the stuff with Home Assistant that I was doing in Homey Pro, just experimenting with different things, but I'm really missing Homey with some of that stuff. I don't know if Eufy will support Matter. That's a good question. I really don't know. I haven't heard anything there. Nice. All right. Jimmy said, let's do it. Let's see. Do you think the Aqara valve controller is going to be good like the Bulldog or weak and unable to get the job done? That's a good question. I tell you, Ben, stay tuned because as soon as I can share something with you, I will. You know, I will put this to the test. I've been using the Bulldog and I'm a big proponent of using a water shutoff valve, preferably a smart water shutoff valve in your house that you can connect to like water sensors and stuff. I actually have a friend, a close friend who is dealing with water damage right now, and they're basically going to have to gut their whole kitchen. And it's a mess, you know, because of water damage. It's very unfortunate. It happens to pretty much everybody, at least in the US, at some point in their life. So I do believe in these products. Again, Aqara released the, let me see if I can pull up. We can talk about Aqara. I know Thomas wanted to talk about Aqara stuff too. Let's see if I can find, I should have had this pulled up already, but I didn't. Again, I did a whole video where we kind of went into, here we go, HomeKit news always pulls through. So this right here is the water shutoff valve. Of course, we've got the G5 camera hub coming out, their little voice mate, and here is an EU switch. But this is the water shutoff valve, and yeah, I'm really excited to see this product because I believe so much in their water sensors. And look, I mean, I'm not playing. I got a couple of them right here. So I use these things everywhere. I've got to set these up and configure these, and I'm moving some around. Again, friend going through this right now with water damage made me think, all right, I need to test out all my stuff and make sure everything's working still in my home. But I will be testing out the new one from Aqara. I'm going to share with you all that because I did compare the Bulldog to some other like cheaper Zigbee water shutoff valves in the past that did not do the job very well. They just weren't strong enough. They didn't have enough torque. So that is kind of the question here. And again, without giving too much away, that's coming. That's coming. So stay tuned. Yep. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I have Thread's kind of hit or miss with me, I guess, with certain products. I've had pretty good luck with my Thread network. I had one big issue that kind of caused like a reset I had to do a while back. But other than that, on a day-to-day basis, my Thread stuff works pretty well. But yeah, I agree. Zigbee has been around for a long time, and it works really well with Matter hubs being able to bring Zigbee stuff in. I think it's not going anywhere. See, was there any? Yeah, that's all the big stuff. So I'm going to say if you have questions, go ahead and drop those in the chat. I've got a few of them saved. I'm going to hit these real quick. Has anyone got I never know how to say this, Tado thermostat working with HomeKit? I do not. I don't know if anybody else in the chat does. What do you think about the Thread networking technology in iPhone 16? Are we going to see more use for it in Apple Home? Good question. So for those that don't know, the iPhone 16 will have a Thread radio built in, much like the Pro models. And what I think that means is that the iPhone will be able to, and maybe, I don't know if anybody in the chat here, maybe with a lot of experience with Thread, may chime in and know more about this, but I think this just means that your phone can connect directly to your Thread devices and control them faster and more reliably when you're at home, as a part of your network, if that makes sense. Much like Bluetooth. So Bluetooth, instead of having to go through your HomeKit hub, would connect directly to a smart light bulb or something, for example. Thread, I think that's the same thing. I don't believe Apple has actually said really how they're using this, but I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I think's going on. There we go. We got some people here that have some experience with that thermostat. Great option in Europe. Very good. Yeah, so maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's more smart home stuff coming with the Thread radio. Excited to see. I don't know, but it's a good thing. I would say we got Thread in, let's see, both HomePods. They did take it out. Didn't they take it out of one of the, no, it's in both Apple TVs still. Both models of the Apple TV, I'm pretty sure. I think I got that right. So yeah, Thread everywhere. That's good. Oh, thank you. Jimmy says Thread is a mesh network. Devices are able to communicate peer-to-peer. So in theory, phones with a Thread radio can communicate directly with other Thread devices. Perfect. There you go. Let's see. William says, Schlage Encode Plus is my favorite smart lock of choice, but after seeing your IFA 2024 new smart lock, I'm going to give it a try. What are your thoughts? I'm assuming you're talking about Lockley. I think that was the only locks that I had in that video. And Lockley released, let's see if I can pull that up. Lockley released some new locks. Let's see, it's one whole line. It's a whole series. This Vino series, somewhere there's a comparison. But there's 4 of them that all support Apple HomeKey. Of course, I won't be able to find it. That's not it. I have to find the, maybe this is here. Sorry for all the scrolling, bear with me. Here we go, that's what I was looking for. So that's the Zeno series, and there's 4 locks in here. All of these support Apple HomeKeys. I have not used these personally. I've heard good things about them. The interesting thing is probably, the most interesting thing, maybe this one right here that supports facial recognition. So if we scroll up, you can see right here, your face is the key. It will scan your face. They had this demoed at CES. It looks really cool. I've seen a couple of videos here and there about it. Honestly, I hesitate, like, I don't know. I want to try it out. So if anyone from Lockley is listening, you know, I'm interested to try this one out, because I feel like if I have to, when I come up to my door, if I have to bend over at all, you know, to look at the lock, or like go out of my way to make the lock see my face, then to me, that's not what I want. If it can see you and scan you as you're walking up magically, then it would definitely be worth it. But I'm hesitant there. I don't know. I haven't tried it. So that's my holdup with that one. You know, like sometimes you try to unlock your iPad or something, you know, from a distance across your desk or something, then you have to kind of get in there and get a good scan. I would not want that with my lock. So we'll see. But also this one right here, I think is pretty interesting. The Vision, this is a lock with a doorbell and a camera built in. So basically like an intercom, doorbell, camera, lock, all built into one. Also supports Apple HomeKey and fingerprint. Supports their Genie digital keypad. So all this is really cool stuff. This looks really awesome to me too. But like I said, I haven't used any of these, so I can't really give thoughts on them, but they do look pretty nice. Oh, thank you, Frederick. Okay, so I thought there was something there, but I thought maybe it was just the Ethernet connection that I was thinking about. Thank you for clarifying that. So people, the Apple TV without Ethernet does not have the Thread radio. Yeah, okay. I appreciate that. I was thinking that maybe there was something. It was just been a while since I looked at that, and it's just crazy that they took out the Thread radio in that Apple TV. I don't like that at all. But, you know, What are you going to do? Yeah, Trent. Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, there we go. Modern day tech. You got one, right? My wife agrees with me and loves the device. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Good to see you here. So, best lock so far. So that's my question. I don't know if you just got in the stream or if you were here earlier and saw my little rant about that. Do you have to bend over? Like, does it see you? Like, I've got some stairs coming up to my door. Will it see me before I get there, or am I going to have to like bend over and get all up in the lock for it to scan me? That's my question. That's what I want to know. If it does that well without me having to bend over, then awesome product. It looks like. But Eric says best lock so far. Your wife agrees. And I don't know. I've had the same main lock on my door for a long time now. So maybe it's time to switch it up. Try something different. I will say this, I trust your wife because I'm sure, much like my wife, she has gotten accustomed to having to switch and change and try a lot of different tech in the house. So if she says it's the best one so far, it's probably good. Let's see. I think we got some more questions saved. Larry says, Aqara, please. We talked about the water shutoff valve some. You guys want to talk about anything else as far as Aqara goes? I am very excited about the outdoor camera. This one, I was a little shocked to see some of these rumors come to fruition here. This thing, there will be a PoE version, which I really did not think they would bring out. That is awesome. Really awesome. You can see here available in Wi-Fi and PoE. So I'm pumped about that. And it acts as a Zigbee hub, I guess it will act as a Zigbee hub. But just awesome to see that. I'm not sure when that will get released, but I'm looking forward to it. Dan, I don't know about that. I don't know when those are going to be available in the US. Finally, PoE. Yeah, I think other than that crazy, the Robin Pro line doorbell, I think that's PoE. Other than that, I think this will be the only other camera on the market that supports HomeKit secure video and power over Ethernet. I'm pretty sure. I would assume so. I mean, they say supports HomeKit. They say it supports HomeKit secure video. They don't specify one or the other having certain features that the other doesn't. So I'm assuming yes. How are the Aqara Wi-Fi cameras powered? I believe they are just plug in. And it would be nice to see maybe a solar panel add-on to these, but I don't know if they've announced anything like that. Thank you, Eric. Eric answered my question. No need to lean over, but you do need to be 2 to 3 feet away. So coming up your steps will probably be too far, but still faster than Apple HomeKey. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh man, I still don't know. I'm interested now. I want to see if it'll work with my steps. I might have to get one and try it out. Thanks, Eric. If PoE and HomeKit support, then that's an instant buy, says Frank. That's what they're saying. They're saying PoE and HomeKit secure video. So I will let you know as soon as I get a chance to test that out. I am excited about that. I do have I have Ethernet run all around my house, and I have all my outdoor cameras are power over Ethernet. So I'm excited about that. Oh, thanks, Nick. It says nice short about the iPad. Appreciate that. Little short video published earlier. So any updates on your... Thank you, Matt. If you're still around, I appreciate you guys who ask questions and are sticking with me. and being patient. Oh man, we're getting close to them. We got a giveaway to do here soon, don't we? So Matt says, any updates on your experience playing around with Home Assistant and integrate with the Home app? So I've still been playing with this. I am going to do a whole video. I don't really know what to say right now. I guess my update right now would be I'm still just figuring it all out. I'm trying to really take my time and get the hang of Home Assistant and get a good feel for it before I publish like a full video on it. But that is coming probably within the next month, maybe two, definitely by the end of October. I think I'll do a whole video on this experience, integrating it into HomeKit, what it's been like for me. I will say certain things about like Homey Pro I miss. I kind of look at them as they're kind of similar in certain ways, at least in terms of how I'm using them. And I do miss certain things from Homey Pro, but Home Assistant has some nice things too that I really like. So yeah, I don't know. I think I enjoyed using Homey Pro a little bit more. So for what that's, take that for what it's worth. I think Homey Pro is just a more friendly, enjoyable experience, a little more user-friendly. There's more of a learning curve involved with Home Assistant, so I can say that as well. So when you're just comparing those two, and of course it's kind of hard to compare like Home Assistant with HomeKit because they're just so different there. But anyways, a little update there. Larry says, here we go. Can you talk more about the garage door controller and some of the other things in more detail? Expected shipping dates, if you know anything on prices. They really didn't give me any details. I think the Aqara valve controller will be one of the first ones to be released. And all I know is that the pricing is going to be very good in comparison to like similar products and stuff out there from what I can tell. But other than that, I really don't know any other expected shipping dates or prices. I don't think they announced anything like that as far as the garage door controller or the camera or anything. I would love to see that camera this year, but I just don't think we know when we'll see those products. Dave, thank you for the question. Yeah, we talked about this, I think, 1 or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I do want to do another one of these. I got some feedback. Some of you guys are saying I need to. I was actually looking through my videos for something today or yesterday, and I realized it was 2022 when I did the last home tour video, which I'm like, what? I can't believe it's been that long. Time flies by. It seems like it was yesterday. So yes, we are overdue for another full home smart home tour. So I don't know if we'll get to it. I don't know, maybe that'll be something fun to do like in January, beginning of a new year, kind of show you where my smart home's at. But yeah, definitely stay tuned. That's going to come sometime in the next few months, I would say. Yeah, I will be. I'm going to pre-order the new phone. I will. Yep. Which hardware are you running Home Assistant on? Ryan says, I actually have the Home Assistant Yellow. So nice kind of all-in-one solution there. Yep, I've been using Ubiquiti also, so I've got some videos coming out on that stuff. All right, so let's do a giveaway here. We've got a few minutes left. Thank you guys. And if I did not get to your question, I'm sorry. I tried to get to as many. I know. Here's one more question for POE. Is it simple enough to DIY, or would you recommend getting someone to set that up? Very handy, but not super techy. POE is just as simple as running wires. So you got installation is just a pain. So if you're okay running wires, drilling holes and stuff like that through your house, you could probably do it yourself. You don't really have to be techie for that, but it can be very tedious to run wires through the walls and stuff like that for PoE. To get those Ethernet cables everywhere for your cameras or for whatever you need Ethernet for. All right, let's do this giveaway. All right, so we have Again, we're going to give away the Eve Flare this week. Sorry, the Eve Outdoor Cam, not Eve Flare. The Eve Outdoor Cam this week. That's this guy right here. What we're going to do is, let's see, where's my button? Type the word. Oh man, I didn't update my, I could have swore I updated that. It must not have saved. All right. Ugh. I need to fix that. Bear with me for 1 second. We want to fix that real quick. Let's see. All right, I want to get rid of that. Let's see if I can. Oh, gotta love live streams, right? It's always something. We want to get this right, though. Publish. All right. All right. Can you guys see that? Let me know if you can see that. I guess we'll see the the comments rolling in. You go ahead and type the word Eve in the chat now if you can see that. Can you guys see that? We're doing a giveaway for the Eve outdoor camera. Again, where shipping is available for Eve. I'm assuming you guys can see that. Only put your comment in once. It does not help to spam the chat. All that does is make things more annoying. So it will only gather one comment per person. So just type the word Eve in here and soon we will run the giveaway. Give it a few more seconds to let you guys get these in. I see a lot of duplicates. I try to tell y'all it doesn't help. I just put the word in once. Do all caps though. Let's just to be safe. I don't think that matters either, but just to be safe, we do all caps. I'll give a few more seconds. Let everybody get these in. I'm gonna reload this page. All right, we are going to run it. All right, here we go. And the winner for the Eve outdoor camera, congratulations, Rigo, sorry if I'm mispronounced. I will probably mispronounce your name in this chat. So sorry if I did, but congratulations, Rigo, for winning the Eve outdoor floodlight camera. And like I said, we're going to do a giveaway in each live stream this month. So stay tuned. Come back next week. We gave away 2 products last week. Today was just the one because we had the big Eve outdoor camera. But congratulations again to everybody who has won so far this month. We'll do one next week. We'll see. I'm not sure what we're going to give away next week yet, but we will find out. Again, thanks to Eve for providing these products. And I will say, if you haven't already, submit an automation if you want to be featured in that video that we're going to do later in the month. Really want to hear from you guys. We need some good automation. So if you're running something cool from your home, you know, capture a little video on your iPhone or something, upload it, shoot it to me. There's instructions down in the description on how to do that and how to get me your footage and stuff like that. Really simple. Want to make it easier for you guys, but would love to feature you guys. The deadline, good question. Matt, we are going to, I'm trying to publish the video at the end of the month. So usually a week or so at least before that, just to give me time for editing. So maybe about 2 weeks. I do need to come up with an official deadline though. So thank you, Matt, for that. But yeah, I'd say within the next 2 weeks or so, if you can get it to me, that would be awesome. But yeah, I know there's so many awesome smart home automations and stuff. I hear about them all the time. So and I know you guys like to see these featured from different people, so submit yours. Would love to feature you on the channel. And With all that said, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. We had some great interactions. Great to see everybody. A lot of great smart home stuff happening. It's iPhone season. Exciting times again. We've got some good stuff coming up the rest of this month. Same time every Wednesday I will be here. Also, turn on notifications if you haven't so you don't miss next time I go live, as well as new videos coming out every week. Thank you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week, and God bless.